On the behalf of Government Engineering College Banswara, I, Dr. Sunil Gadwal, welcomes you once again in video lecture classes. As in the previous class, we had discussed about bomb calorimeter, its working, and how to calculate the lower calorific value and higher calorific values of given solid and non-volatile liquid fuel. So during the calculation of calorific value of given fuel, some corrections are required as we had discussed yesterday also, but today we will discuss in details so that we can calculate the exact values of the given fuel samples. So during the experiment, few things we must consider. So among them, so that we can calculate exact calorific value of given fuel sample. For example, fuse wire correction. As we know that as soon as we connect the battery and switch on, a spark will occur and fused wire first burn, and it initiate or trigger the burning process. The liberated heat measured by bomb calorimeter include the heat given on burning of used fuse wires. Hence, it must be subtracted from the total values of observed by bomb calorimeters. That's why we are taking very thin magnesium fuse wire and also recording the weight of magnesium fuse wire. Next is acid correction. During the experiment, we are adding 10 ml of distilled water in bomb calorimeter, and as we know that all the organic fuels are containing some amount of sulfur, nitrogen, and hydrogen. So during the combustion of fuel, these sulfur and hydrogen and nitrogen will burn and make the corresponding oxides of sulfur, nitrogen, and moisture water. These oxides react with distilled water, specifically sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxide, to make the corresponding sulfuric and nitric acid. Formation of these acids, we know that an exothermic reaction. So the major heat also include the heat generated during the acid formation. The amount of these acids are analyzed from washing of bomb by titration. H2SO4 is determined by precipitation of BaSO4. As in detail we have discussed the estimation of sulfur, and also in the similar way when in ultimate analysis we had discussed the estimation of nitrogen also. So the corresponding the correction for 1 mg of sulfur is 2.25 calorie, and for 1 ml of N by 10 HNO3 form is 1.43 calories. And next is correction is required during the experiment. After the experiment is cooling correction. Time taken to cool the water in calorimeter. Once the calorimeter water absorb the heat and the temperature increase from T1 to T2 degrees centigrade, and we should not open the bomb calorimeter, and we have to cool it up to room temperature again, and during this reaching again from T2 temperature to room temperature or T1 temperature, how much time it is taking, that also we have to write down. The cooling correction, delta T into T is added to the rise in temperature, which was calculated by rate of cooling dt0 upon per minute, and the actual time taken for cooling 3 minutes. Then another correction is cotton thread correction. As the magnesium fuse wire and fuel are covered with cotton threads, and before starting the experiment we have to take the weight of cotton thread also, because it is also on combustion release the heat, so that heat is also accumulated in the fuel heat, so that we should abstract from the total heat. A cotton thread is used for initiation and the fuel. This thread on burning also generate heat, hence it must be subtract from the total values. Therefore the gross calorific value or higher calorific values will be, the final formula is weight of water. This we are taking in calorimeter plus weight of equivalent water, which is equal to heat absorbed by thermometer, then calorimeter, then Beckman thermometer, into rise in temperature. This is the temperature difference, T2 minus T1, plus cooling correction. This is D2 into T minus. Now here we have to subtract acid correction plus fuse wire correction plus cotton thread correction upon weight of fuel sample. So keeping the values of acid correction, fuse wire correction, cotton thread correction, cooling correction, we can exactly find out the gross calorific value of given fuel samples. Hoping that you would understood the topic very well and will able to answer the questions if examiner ask what are the corrections required during the bomb calorimeter. Thank you.